To Sunrise, unfortunately, we can't bring you that report of just at the scene from yesterday, but we're still talking about that controversy about the 2016 budget, whether it was padded or not. We did have Gumal, who was here yesterday and spoke a lot. He was categorical in many cases that the budget was indeed padded. We've got Honorable Ogor. He joins us from Abuja. He's the minority leader in the House of Representatives. That's how we're asking, Honorable, was this budget padded or not? Can you hear me, Honorable Ogor?
Honorable, can you hear them?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Was the budget padded or not?
Well, first, I think the word padding need to be properly interpreted. And I consider the word a little bit alien, to the appropriation process. So if you look at the word padding in the dictionary meaning, definitely I would totally want to disagree with anybody using the word padding, because padding is not a word to be used in line with the Appropriation Act. The Appropriation Act is clearly the function of the National Assembly. This is enshrined there under the provision of Section 80 sub 4. If you remember vividly, President Obasanjo went to court to try to interpret the powers of the National Assembly, and at the Supreme Court he did withdraw that particular issue. Even President Yaradua of blessed memory also went to the Supreme Court and he also withdrew the same case. The provision is there under Section 80 sub 4, and it states clearly that no funds shall be withdrawn from the consolidated account of the Federation or any public account except in the manner prescribed by the National Assembly. That is the core function of the National Assembly. So when you say somebody padded the budget, you need to really explain what you meant by padding.
Now let me just take a little further there.
We need to address this budget issue once and for all, and that is the reason why I am here.
Okay, what Gumal told us yesterday is that, yes, it is within the rights of the National Assembly, by extension the House of Reps, to look holistically at the 2016 budget. As a matter of fact, let's let you listen directly to part of what he said yesterday.
After the budget from the committees, the budget will go to appropriation committee. The appropriation committee will work on the budget. After working on the budget, they will return it to the members in the chamber for everybody to see and read and agree on it. Then that is good. Padding does not come in up to that point. Then immediately after the House has passed the budget, before they submit it to the President, that is where padding comes in. The President did not know that this project was not in the project the members approved. So the President will give an assent. The members did not know that after passing the budget, something was inserted. I hope you can see this thing very clear. So what we are saying now is, when they bring back the approved budget, it is that time when we, the members, the ordinary members, will know that a new thing has been inserted different from what we approve.
What do you think of that?
Well, for me, I just smile because first I think we need to understand what the budgeting process is. The budget process, when the President presents a budget in line with the provision of Section 81, the Speaker of the House will present do the first reading, and after the second reading, it is referred to the Committee on Appropriation. It is not the responsibility of the Committee on Appropriation, as alluded by my colleague, that works on the budget. It is the various committees of the House that interface with the various NDAs. And after interfacing with the various NDAs, it is the core responsibility of the Appropriation Committee to collate those various results. They prepare the bill itself and send it to the committee. The committee of the whole, which is the committee of the House. And the committee will not approve. After the approval, it is then sent to the President for assent. Now it is important that I try to educate the public here. The Committee of Appropriation is saddled with the responsibility of collating these results. When this budget, which is the 2016 budget, was passed by the House, it was sent to the President for assent. Be mindful of the fact that we have a chairman who heads the Committee of Appropriation and that of the Senate, and they were working together. Mr. President got the bill sent to him, and he said, I've seen all the subheads, but I need the details. If you remember vividly, the Chairman Committee on Appropriation and that of the Senate said they were still working on the details. We are not members of the Committee on Appropriation, and people should learn to appreciate the fact that there is the clear principles of separation of power in the House. When the details were sent to the President, probably after about a week, the President looked at the details and said, no, I'm not going to sign this. I think we need to know where we are coming from. I'm not going to sign this. Even me as an individual, I was very upset. I said, how can the President say he won't sign this budget? Because I expected the Committee on Appropriation to collate the results of various committees. When the budget came back to us, it was something else, and everybody was amazed. Because of the nature of the budget and the embarrassment that we saw in the budget, we now said, the hour has come for us to save our face.
So you do admit that there was actually a difference from what the House of Representatives passed and what was received by the Presidency.
Definitely, and that is where we need to understand where this difference came from.
So you do admit that when that difference happens, there has been padding, hasn't there?
That is not padding. That is kind of mutilation. Padding is like adding or subtracting. You know what I mean? When you, I don't understand even the meaning of that padding, except something you did dishonestly.
You just said that it is adding or subtraction.
Yes.
You know, after the House has passed something and it doesn't get to the President in the way the House passed it.
You will let me do some perfect explanation. Then you can
that difference is called what? You
will appreciate where I am coming from. Now, you see, you need to understand that the committees have the chairman with core responsibility of interfacing with MDAs. And it is expected that when the committee submits a budget to the appropriation committee after defending it, you should not touch it.